get quite upset when they discover that something on TV isn't real. It's like that, you know, that stunt driver scandal that Top Gear had a little while ago. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this. It's when the new series launched. There was an interview in the Radio Times with Chris Evans and Matt LeBlanc, both promoting the show. And in that interview, it's quite a long interview, there was one paragraph that got a lot of attention. That's the paragraph in question. In particular, one key sentence. It was this one. "When it gets really crazy, I have a stunt driver," said Matt LeBlanc. That sentence, that one sentence in that one paragraph became I do not know how many news stories. It was in the Mirror, there it is. Matt LeBlanc admits he has stunt double for scary capers. According to The Sun, it isn't just him, it's Chris Evans as well. And of course, given Matt's profile, this news travelled across the Atlantic, so it was on Fox News as well, for example. And of course, the Mail were all over it, although they did point out that Jeremy Clarkson had used stunt drivers on the old Top Gear and that they were expecting him to use them on the new show he's working on too. But oh my life, this got people worked up. And you know, when people start getting upset about something as trivial as this, I find myself drawn to the bottom half of the internet. I've read every comment, ladies and gentlemen. I've taken my favourites amongst them and turned them into something that I like to call a found poem that I would like to perform for you now. Top Gear uses stunt drivers? Jeremy Clarkson will be spinning in his grave. This just confirms what I've always believed. The new Top Gear presenters will be wimps and wussies. Wimps and wussies. Wussies and wimps. LeBlanc needs a stunt driver? Clarkson drove through Chernobyl. Let that sink in. I wish the radiation had sunk in. Not literally, of course. I wouldn't want anyone to get poorly. The old Top Gear presenters didn't use stunt drivers. They were men. The old Top Gear presenters did use stunt drivers. It says so in the article. You are commenting on an article you clearly haven't read. That said, and having said that, while your argument is ill-informed, I agree with its thrust entirely. The old Top Gear should have used stuntmen as producers. Then they'd have been able to take a punch. Clarkson has a low voice which he makes lower at the end of sentences. It reminds you that while his behaviour may be childish, he is actually a man. Evans has a higher voice, and so his childish ways seem more childish. LeBlanc is American, and that says it all, really. But is he, though? Yank accent, French name. Acts Italian. They have changed every single thing about this show. So why are they legally allowed to still call it Top Gear? It's like Walls changing every single ingredient in a Viennetta and still calling it a Viennetta. Viewers, or in that case eaters, would quite rightly complain. Sadly, the BBC has failed to grasp this simple concept. If you put a sausage in it, it's not a Viennetta. If you put a sausage in it, it is not a Viennetta. As Clarkson himself would say, and on that bomb bell, good night.